We've been talking about whether markets are ripe for a correction. Dipan, this is something you've been, also highlighting, that valuations have begun to look uncomfortable, etc. What is the kind of reaction you see to a number like this? Because if the market had now consoled itself that anything above 272 for the BJP is good enough. I'm not talking about the NDA figure. I don't think there was a major doubt of whether the government would come back into power. But the BJP figure was what everyone's watching. Even if I look at the most conservative estimate, it seems very clear that BJP will be above 272 as per these polls. And you're looking at a possible much higher upside. What do you think will be the response as far as the street is concerned?
Tamana, good evening and thank you for having me on your show. So basically, we've had a correction, a minor correction of 400-500 Nifty points going into the election results. And what I also optically see is that a lot of traders are pretty much light on the markets, and we've seen the implied walls also zoom up right until yesterday or so. So my sense is that on Monday, we may see coming back of these long positions, lower implied walls as well. And we may recover some of the lost ground of the last week, which we saw a correction. And on the whole, I think the street will heave a sigh of relief because one major uncertainty will be over and done with, and we'll worry about it only 5 years going forward. And it's going to be business as usual. I think you can expect the same kind of policies. And if the number is exceptionally high, and then you can sense that in the Rajya Sabha also they will have a fantastic majority, then you can really expect some serious legislation, maybe on the on industrial, policy, or for that matter, labor policies, or even some judicial reforms can take place, because these are the kind of issues which now need to be addressed. I think a lot of progress has happened in the last 10 years or so. The entire tax system has been revamped. There's a lot of continuity and stability as far as direct taxes are concerned. But the tougher thing is labor policies and judicial reforms, and that would be on top of the agenda. But on the whole, I think what this election result will be interpreted is an interpretation that average Indian wants progress, wants a government which can deliver in terms of improving his entire lifestyle, and that I think is the most important takeaway. And it'll give more impetus to the BJP to carry on with their policies the way they have been for the past 10 years or so. So I think the street will take it very, very positively. And you could expect a decent opening on Monday itself. I'm not sure whether you'll have a runaway rally even on the result day, if these are the kind of numbers you can expect. But at least I think investors, traders will start to gradually build up positions again. And yes, I do worry about valuations, but it's said that all bull markets climb the walls of worry. So we keep on worrying, but the street has its own mind.
Yeah,
and
I think those worry lines disappear when you see your portfolio getting healthier and healthier. So I think anyone who's worried about valuations will survive that. But I'm going to take a cue from what you said, Dipan. And as a political assessment, I think it's interesting. Let me get everyone in on this. Rohit, I'll come to you. If again, I keep saying if, because this is a poll of polls. We have not done our own poll. We are showing you what everyone else is doing and giving you an assessment. We'll just pull up that plate as well, which is the average of all. So we've distilled it into one figure, which takes all the ends in together, and that's the figure. So 357 for NDA, so you top last time, 148 for India Alliance. So in that sense, if you look at how they were placed in 2019, and there was no India Alliance then, but at least that idea of opposition parties coming together seems to have worked for them, starting from where they were, and others 38.